finally got the new iPhones. iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Plus, iPhone 15 Pro, and iPhone 15 Pro Max. Now, the color selection I have in here, it was deliberate. Not necessarily my first choices, but ones that I thought would be good to take a look at and compare. First up, we had to get one in the natural titanium. This is a 15 Pro in natural titanium, and it's actually a 1 terabyte version, which is complete overkill if you saw my how not to order an iPhone 15 video. I think for most people, 1 terabyte is kind of probably diminishing returns when you consider the cost, but this was the only natural titanium I could get when I ordered it, and I definitely wanted to show off a natural titanium. So that's the spec on that one. And by the way, these, like last I checked, delivery times had slipped into October, and for the Pro Max, natural titanium into November. So apparently this is a very hot color that people are interested in. Next up, for the regular iPhone 15, now you guys remember from my how not to order the iPhone 15 video, I said that for the standard 15 baseline model, I would personally be interested in the blue, so that's what we have here. They just call it blue. It's like that very, very light blue color, so we'll check that out. We've also got a yellow. I was the most skeptical of. I said I would not order the yellow for myself personally, but because of that, I wanted to get one for this unboxing video to see, does it truly look as bad as I think it might? I mean, it is the palest, dimmest yellow that I don't even... And then last is another interesting color, the blue titanium, a new color, which kind of looked like the darker titanium colors in general. Like this one has a little bit of a blue tone to it, so could be interesting. That gives us one of each model, 15 Pro, 15 regular, 15 Plus, and of course 15 Pro Max. Unboxing experience, similar. These things have just continued to get more and more slender. There's less and less inside the package, and that's not exclusive to Apple. That's for all smartphone brands that have now stopped including a ton of extras. Two little pull tabs. This is extremely frustration-free. No blade even necessary. Here's our first glimpse at the natural titanium. Okay, for sure this phone got lighter. I can just tell I handled this device often enough to know that, you know, it feels lighter in the hand. We have the brushed titanium look. It's already gathering some fingerprints there. Apparently this is more of an issue on the darker colors. We'll do our testing over there as well, but yeah, you're gonna tarnish it a little bit. It's titanium. Hopefully Mo can pick that up. There, it does gather fingerprints immediately on the titanium frame, but titanium is such a cool material. When they say natural titanium, it kind of messes with your mind a little bit, or at least it did for me, because sometimes I'm ordering clothes like a natural hoodie or something, and it actually has like a beige tone to it when you think of natural, but they're just meaning here, like this is the color of titanium. It looks like a brushed kind of steel color. So camera module cutout, power switch over here, volume up and down, and then obviously the new action button. Look at this. This is so strange to see on an iPhone for the first time. USB-C on the bottom of the device. No more lightning connector. We've also got speakers in that location as well. Inside the package, not a ton. I think we're gonna get some stickers, a white Apple sticker, not a natural titanium sticker. A SIM tool, a little bit more paperwork, and then a braided USB-C to C cable. It's white. It's not any type of like special color to go with the natural titanium. No more power adapter included in the box, and you might be thinking about what your options are for that. Our partners at Anker have plenty of solutions for you, including this little guy. This is a 20-watt power brick, which is the same size as Apple's existing 5-watt power brick. Look at this. They're, I mean, basically the same size. Either is pocketable, and one is 20 and the other is 5. Now, Apple also sells their very own 20-watt adapter, but that gets quite a bit larger and actually more expensive than Anker's variant. But Anker has a bunch of other products too, including their very own high-powered Type-C cables to match the aesthetic. And then there's some new power banks they just put out also. This nano power bank is capable of 30-watt recharge. I like the fact that you can kind of hang this one. You've also got a USB-A and another USB-C. There's another little power bank option here, which plugs in just like this, sits on the bottom, 22.5 watt capable nano power bank. USB-C connection for iPhone now, and not just Android devices. You can use this for all your different devices, including your other iOS devices that were already on USB-C. And what about when you're at home or traveling, maybe on the desktop or even on the bedside table? Check out how slim this little power cable is, power strip. They've actually designed it so that the receptacle extends to receive the entirety of the power brick. USB-C USB-A, another USB-A, and then one more Type-C. So lots of versatility here. This is called the 6-in-1 charging station, and it's 67 watt capable. Now I know most people have moved on from this 5-watt brick, but they're still out there. I still see people recharging their modern smartphone with a USB-A 5-watt Apple power brick, believe it or not. If you are committed to this form factor and you want something extremely small, then that's where the Nano Pro comes in. You can have that, but still get the 20 watts that your device can take advantage of. So what we'll do is unbox 2 of these phones. We'll plug one into the 5-watt adapter and one into the 20-watt adapter just to showcase how big of a difference that is. You can go check the description for pricing. You're also going to save money on this right now to go with your new iPhone. So go click those links and pick up a Nano Pro from Anker for faster charging in a similar little form factor. All right, next up, let's reach for the iPhone 15 Blue. And this is actually the base model, and so therefore it is the most affordable iPhone 15 at the moment. I'm having a hard time figuring out what to recommend to people. I was actually just having a conversation with a viewer of the channel randomly in public. Ooh, that's even lighter than I thought it was gonna be. And he said, what should I get? Should I get the iPhone 15? What do you think? Do I need the Pro? And then he was going over his finances with me, and I was like, well, hard to say. These are all expensive devices. I think bang for your buck for somebody in that boat, for somebody who is concerned about the upgrade cost coming from a much older iPhone, very reluctant to upgrade, probably the 15 is sufficient. The other thing I should mention, speaking of lightweight, these have gotten a lot closer now because of the titanium aspect, the titanium construction on the Pro model. The blue is more prominent in the frame rather than the actual backplate. Really dims the bluishness, and instead it almost looks white. I don't mind it, it's just extremely light. Keep that in mind. So in the hand, we're talking about an extremely comparable user experience. We've got USB-C joining the party on the standard iPhone 15 as well. We've got a slightly different placement for the SIM tray. We have our separate volume buttons and no action button. Instead, you maintain your switch, which I don't know, for some people that might be a preference. They may prefer the existing switch. We've got our power switch over on the other side, and the camera hump, not as significant. Still got plenty of wobble there. Slightly less, maybe. Do we have blue stickers? Nope, just gonna get a white sticker. They simplified. All right, next up we have the controversial yellow. I believe in my last iPhone 15 video, I think I referred to this as urine-colored iPhone yellow. I don't know, gotta wait and see. Things can sometimes appear differently. I wasn't the only one. A lot of people were saying, hey, these colors are extremely subdued this year. Nothing is very vibrant, kind of pale. Yeah. That is weird. Like how you have, I don't know if this is showing up for you, Mo, but there's nothing pleasing about this color to me at all. It's a barely there yellow, a reasonably hydrated urine, which increases in its amber tone when you get to the camera. I don't know who wants this color. The frame I don't mind. It's kind of more of like a light gold, but like the actual phone itself, that is a rather odd choice from Apple. The same otherwise compared to the non-Plus model. We've still got our USB-C here. We've got our switch, which remains intact. Obviously, battery sizes, display sizes are going to be different. If you guys are curious about the eSIM thing, here in Canada, we're still having the SIM tray, even though these devices are simultaneously eSIM compatible or capable. However, in some markets, they could be eSIM only. So this is the granddaddy, the Pro Max, and this is in blue titanium, and it is the base model 256 storage. Base for the Pro Max. The base for the standard phone is 128. See, this is a beautiful color. This is a very nice color. This one is better in real life than in the images. It is a very, very deep blue, almost towards black, with the mirrored blue finish up in the camera section here, and the matte finish everywhere else. From a fingerprint perspective, also a bit of a magnet because of that titanium aspect. I don't know, for me, my initial reaction is, so what? It's titanium, that's so cool. Like a titanium phone, like just the attributes of titanium are so cool and lighter, definitely. Which makes a bigger difference on a bigger phone. You know, if you were sort of borderline, if you wanted a Max device, now it's a little bit lighter. It's a little bit less of a brick in my pocket. Whoa. Pretty cool. So check this out. These are now set up, and the first thing that you are prompted by on the Pro and Pro Max model is to configure your action button. Press and hold to turn silent mode on and off. You can also customize the action button to open camera, turn on flashlight, or access a favorite iPhone feature. Okay, so let me click customize. We'll see what some of the options are. Silent mode, yeah, we know about that. Focus, so do not disturb, that's nice. Straight into the camera, flashlight, voice memo, magnifier, a shortcut to an app. For now, for the purpose of demonstration, we'll do flashlight. There we go. That's an action button flashlight. Press and hold, it's off. Press and hold, it's on. Press and hold, it's off. I can see this being useful. I mean, look, I like buttons. I like switches. I like versatility. I like the fact that it doesn't have to be something by default, but instead it's encouraging you to configure it, and they even built that little initial interface in order to encourage you to do so. This display is bright. That is a very nice looking display on the Pro Max. Let's boost the brightness on the standard Pro. Also extremely bright. Let's do a quick display comparison while we're here. Yeah. More pop on the Pro. Have you not seen that yet?
You blow on it?
You haven't seen this yet? No, you don't blow on it. You just tap them like that to exchange contacts. Nearby share. Have you seen that before?
No.
Yeah. It's subtle, but this display is a slight step above. Let's go to the regular 15. This display looks better than the regular Pro. It looks better than the Plus. It looks better than the standard iPhone 15. Subtle, they all look good. So let's test the speakers. Let's start with regular iPhone 15 audio test. Full volume. iPhone 15 Plus. iPhone 15. '15 Plus. The Plus has more bass. Yeah. Let's go to the Pro. In between the two, I would say, and then last up, Pro Max, which should sound the best. Takeaway here, the bigger phones just sound better. There's obviously subtle differences beyond that. I don't know, maybe the 15 Plus might sound the best, but it's very similar, they're close. Cameras. Okay, let's bring over our favorite plant. Within the Pro lineup, the Max model gives you the advantage of having more reach on the zoom lens. What that means for you is 5 times optical. I'll go in order of short to long. Here is 0.5x, followed by 1x, which they're calling 24 millimeter. 2x, which they don't bother representing in millimeter form, and then 5x. Oof, damn, that 5x is nice. Very beautiful bokeh, like in the background. So this is exclusive to the Pro Max model. If you really want that extra reach, then this is where you're going to be looking. If I load up the standard Pro model, the layout is identical, except in this situation, the furthest reach is 3x, so 0.5, 1, 2, and 3. So to get an idea of the difference in reach, that's what 3x is gonna give you, that's what 5x is gonna give you, so quite different. But I don't know, at a sporting event or something, you could take advantage of 5X, a concert. I don't need to tell you, these cameras are great performers. And now we have this new 5X zoom, which is one of the better optical zooms I've seen. Now we move over to the standard iPhone 15. Our options, once again, are different. We go from 0.5 to 1, and then to 2X, and we end there. It's kind of funny, you go up the list here and you get closer and closer. The more money you spend, the closer you get to your subject. Standard model, 0.5, 1, 2. They all look great. When we're talking about cameras on smartphones in 2023, they do all have dynamic island. It's a tried and true form. There's people watching this video that are sitting there saying it's not different enough. I agree, like there's nothing shocking about it. It's iterative. I said this in previous videos. Hey, you put a little button over here, you throw an action button on there, you change a material to titanium. How big of a deal is that to the general public? Most of the conversations I'm having in public, it's not that big of a deal. If you ask Tim Cook, he'll be telling you these are the best iPhones we've ever made, as they should be. They're the most recent version. But how much better than the previous version? For me, this is gonna sound crazy, but for me, the most compelling new feature is USB-C, and that's kind of sad. It just took too long. No, but seriously, like I just hated having to have separate cables, even separate cables within Apple's ecosystem. I was ready for that to be done. And now that we have Type-C here, this feels to me like a modern 2023 device. The other thing I should mention, one of my favorite aspects of iPhones in general is the video modes. These are some of the best video shooters out there, period. It has an incredibly smooth and pleasing smartphone video capability. 4K here, 4K 60. Look at the bokeh, look at the focus fall off, look at the 60 frames, look at the smoothness. And I'm gonna move around this plant, look how smooth this camera move is. And of course, the audio that you're hearing is coming via the microphones on the device as well. So you get a sense for the performance there. And I will do my usual and approach Mo in an uncomfortable way so that you can see how it focuses on a human face. But then I'll hold it longer than I should.
Oh no.
So then he gets more uncomfortable.
All right.
And we get the retention spike that we're looking for.
Okay, well.
The camera's really good. Look, man, like the camera's really good. The camera's really good. Because I've been shooting videos for so long, I had a video camera back in the day before anybody had video cameras, like before smartphones even shot video. Think about that for a second. A couple of gray hairs in the beard over here. The fact that we can shoot that caliber of video on this little guy is just a bit ridiculous, honestly. How different is it going to be if I'm saving some cash and grabbing the iPhone 15 regular, 4K, 60? iPhone 15 regular test. Smooth. 1X. Audio coming through the microphone. Spin to Mo.
Is this 4K?
Oh, it's 4K.
Okay. Okay.
That looks great as well, man. For the average person, it looks great as well. This one's gathering more fingerprints, by the way, as I'm using it. You know what? These fingerprints don't matter to me because I know I'm gonna slap a later case on here anyways. Just like that, boom. And just like that, my titanium is mostly protected and covered, and I'll just be holding on to this beautiful Kevlar instead without adding a tremendous amount of weight or bulk. And yes, we are taking orders for 15 Pro, Pro Max, 15 regular, 15 Plus. So head over to the link in the description if you want to pick up a later case for yourself. This is for people who want the absolute thinnest case possible, extremely satisfying texture, and extremely easy on and off capabilities. Satisfying in every way. So how much are you really missing out on if you're still letting this 5-watt power adapter kick around? Well, you're missing out on like over an hour's worth of savings recharging your device. And we actually stacked the deck against Anker's 20-watt in this case by having it recharge the bigger Pro Max model, which obviously has a bigger battery to charge, versus the 5-watt, which only had to recharge the regular Pro, 15 Pro. So the Pro Max charging off of the 20-watt Nano Pro power adapter, that's 2 hours and 20 minutes from complete dead zero, all the way to 100%. And the old school 5-watt power adapter took 3 hours and 40 minutes to charge up the iPhone 15 Pro from zero dead all the way to full. It's time to say goodbye to these little units and replace them with far better units like this one. 20 watts versus 5 watts. It's an absolute no-brainer. All right, so there you have it. iPhone 15, 15 Pro, 15 Plus, 15 Pro Max. Is it a revolutionary iPhone? Not really. I told you my favorite feature is kind of a mundane one, which is just USB Type-C. I like the material. I like this idea of titanium. I do like having this configurable action button. I love the fact that Apple left it configurable. I think my optimal device out of the bunch is probably the 15 Pro regular size. I also think the 15 is probably a good value for a lot of people comparatively. If you're in the Apple ecosystem, if you're sticking with iPhone, I don't think you have to have the Pro model. The standard model has gotten really good. Yes, you're giving up some features and functionality, but for a lot of people I talk to in public, this thing is going to be a huge upgrade over what they currently have in their pocket. The fit and finish is really nice. It's well put together. The colors leave something to be desired. They're not super punchy. They're more subdued this year, but who knows? Maybe some people will prefer that. Let me know down in the comments which model you're most interested in, if you're gonna buy one at all, or if there's some other smartphone that you have your eye on. Also, make sure to go support our sponsors, Anchor, and also, of course, Later Case if you wanna slap an incredibly slim case on your brand new iPhone 15, 15 Pro, 15 Pro Max, 15 Plus, or other smartphone. Thank you very much for your time.